What does learning mean? My first and most general definition is the following. To learn is to form an internal model of the external world. You may not be aware of it, but your brain has acquired thousands of internal models of the outside world. Metaphorically speaking, they are like miniature mock-ups, more or less faithful to the reality they represent. We all have in our brains, for example, a mental map of our neighborhood and our home. All we have to do is close our eyes and envision them with our thoughts. Obviously, none of us were born with this mental map. We had to acquire it through learning. The richness of these mental models, which are, for the most part, unconscious, exceeds our imagination. For example, you possess a vast mental model of the English language, which allows you to understand the words you are hearing right now and guess that Plastovsky is not an English word, whereas swoon and wistful are, and Dragistan could be. Your brain also includes several models of your body. It constantly uses them to map the position of your limbs and to direct them while maintaining your balance. Other mental models encode your knowledge of objects and your interactions with them, knowing how to hold a pen, write, or ride a bike. Others even represent the minds of others. You possess a vast mental catalog of people who are close to you, their appearances, their voices, their tastes, and their quirks. These mental models can generate hyper-realistic simulations of the universe around us. Did you ever notice that your brain sometimes projects the most authentic virtual reality shows in which you can walk, move, dance, visit new places, have brilliant conversations, or feel strong emotions? These are your dreams. It is fascinating to realize that all the thoughts that come to us in our dreams, however complex, are simply the product of our free-running internal models of the world. But we also dream up reality when awake. Our brain constantly projects hypotheses and interpretive frameworks on the outside world. This is because, unbeknownst to us, every image that appears on our retina is ambiguous. Whenever we see a plate, for instance, the image is compatible with an infinite number of ellipses. If we see the plate as round, even though the raw sense data picture it as an oval, it is because our brain supplies additional data. It has learned that the round shape is the most likely interpretation. Behind the scenes, our sensory areas ceaselessly compute with probabilities, and only the most likely model makes it into our consciousness. It is the brain's projections that ultimately give meaning to the flow of data that reaches us from our senses. In the absence of an internal model, raw sensory inputs would remain meaningless. Learning allows our brain to grasp a fragment of reality that it had previously missed, and to use it to build a new model of the world. It can be a part of external reality, as when we learn history, botany, or the map of a city. But our brain also learns to map the reality internal to our bodies, as when we learn to coordinate our actions and concentrate our thoughts in order to play the violin. In both cases, our brain internalizes a new aspect of reality. It adjusts its circuits to appropriate a domain that it had not mastered before. Such adjustments, of course, have to be pretty clever. The power of learning lies in its ability to adjust to the external world and to correct for errors. But how does the brain of the learner know how to update its internal model when, say, it gets lost in its neighborhood, falls from its bike, loses a game of chess, or misspells the word ecstasy? We will now review 7 key ideas that lie at the heart of present-day machine learning algorithms and that may apply equally well to our brains. 7 different definitions of what learning means.